Hello and welcome to Tech Britain TV. My name is Imran Azam and we're joined now by Diarmuid Moloney. Hopefully I've said that correctly. And he is the founder of ROTOR. ROTOR Videos? ROTOR. Okay, ROTOR. Now you've got a background in the creative industries. You want to tell us a little bit about your background and then a little bit about ROTOR itself?
Sure. I mean, originally I was trained as a graphic designer, working primarily in the music industry. But over years I got involved in video, I got involved in music technology, and eventually I went to study creative technologies, which allowed me to develop what was initially the first prototype for ROTOR. And what I wanted to do with that was to just basically try and find a way to translate music into a quality video.
Okay, and so the music industry has gone through a real sea change in the last, since Napster came along and the way people buy music and access music. But you're looking at it from the perspective of up-and-coming artists being able to produce top-quality video?
Sure, yeah. I mean, as you said, there's been huge changes in the industry recently, and there's a huge surge of upcoming artists at the moment. And those artists, they don't need labels anymore. You can basically go direct to fan. You can use YouTube, you can use Bandcamp, Bandpage, Bandwagon, all these different services to promote themselves and to market themselves online. But I believe that the one tool that's missing is the music video. Music video is essential for a musician, again, to promote themselves, to project their image, to try and secure gigs. And we're using ROTOR as a way to make that accessible to all upcoming musicians.
So prior to actually recording, you told me you're from Dublin, but the business is based here in Derry. How big's your team?
We now have a team of 6. The 6 of us working on it full time. The core business involves 3 directors. There's myself, there's Tim Redfern, who's our Chief Technical Officer. There's Owen Kidney, who's our Chief Creative Officer, and Owen's also an award-winning music video director, so that's where his expertise comes into it.
And in terms of your own background, I read that you're still an aspiring musician yourself. Is that right?
I'd like to believe that I could make it as a musician, yeah, but I'll keep that under hat for a moment.
What are we talking about? Lumineers type stuff?
I'd say highly experimental stuff.
Highly experimental, cutting edge.
I'm very into electronic music, so I dabble with music production software. That's about it.
Okay, so ROTOR is a means by which up-and-coming artists can develop really high-quality video. What's the actual technology do? I mean, you've developed this, so you've got people out there who, they're obviously very talented. Some very talented people out there. We can see that they have difficulty in finding traction in the market. You're right in saying that there are various channels out there which cut out the middleman, but doesn't that also mean that there's a lot of noise out there as well, and it's very difficult to gain traction? Is it purely based on talent, or do you think that platforms such as ROTOR can aid in the marketing side of things?
I think it can definitely aid in the marketing. Like you said, there is a lot of noise out there, and you'll see a lot of people putting up videos. I mean, YouTube is obviously a massive channel. It's a massive music discovery channel, and you get people posting up their own videos, and if you don't have something that's compelling or engaging, a lot of people will just switch off and they'll move elsewhere. Whereas with ROTOR, the videos that we generate, they have over 30 years of experience combined from the directors in the music industry. We have professional music video directors who've distilled their skills and editing techniques into the core engine, so it'll allow you to produce a quality music video that's going to be engaging for your audience. And the way that it's done, it's quite simple. Any user can visit our website, you upload a song, you choose a style for your video, and you upload some clips, and that's it. ROTOR does the rest for you. If you don't have video clips, we have a stock library that you can use, and if you want to edit the video, there's also a simple editing system. That's pretty much it. So
in terms of your business model, so I get the impression this is like initially free for people to use. At what stage would they need to employ kind of your professional services and pay you a fee?
Well, there is a free version of ROTOR. Anybody can go on and use it for free, but if you're taking the free option, you're limited to a number of styles that you can choose from. If you want full access to the full range of styles and to be able to edit the video and to have as much input as possible, that's the point at which you have to pay. Now, the way that we charge is that we charge per video. We did a survey of over 100 musicians, and they said they'd rather not subscribe monthly or yearly to a service that they might not use that many times, because how many tracks do you produce in a year? How many videos do you want to make? They said they'd rather pay for each video. So that's what we do. We charge per each video. The lowest price is £20, and that goes all the way up to £200, depending on the music video director that's designed the style and how much it costs for us to produce that video.
So I've come across a number of startups in the music space, all looking to really empower the artists, which seems to be the way things are going. How's your platform or your idea been received by the middle people, by the agents who have a vested interest in controlling this particular market? Are you working with promoters and agents to access the talent that's out there, or are you going directly to the artists?
Yeah, we're doing both. I mean, we don't want to cut anybody out. I mean, the ROTOR was originally designed just to fill a gap within the industry and to allow people to be creative. So we will go straight to the musician themselves. But we've also been working with labels and promoters, and they're very interested in using ROTOR because it'll allow them to produce multiple music videos in no time at all. And when I say no time, I mean if you're a user that goes onto our website, it literally takes about 10 minutes for you to create your video and to have it produced and sent back to you. So obviously, you know, there's a huge potential there for the middleman too, and we could possibly license ROTOR to these guys and let them use it for, you know, people that they have on their books or whatever.
At what stage are you at in terms of your business? I understand that the actual platform itself will be launched shortly, or has it been launched?
The platform's going to be launched on Saturday here at CultureTECH.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, we're having a big launch party in Sandino's. You're very welcome to come along.
I was going to say, are we invited?
Oh, you're VIP. It goes without question.
Okay, so you're launching, is there going to be a demo at the event? Are we actually going to see what the product is about, or is it just an open tab?
No, we'll do a demo and we'll show some of the videos that we've created, but that'll be the first time that the website goes live and people can go up and they can try it out, see what they think of it, and we want that initial feedback from users. Tell us, oh, we don't like this, or we do like that, or we want more of this, you know, so we can basically improve what we've worked on so far.
It seems to be the case that with any platform, with any service, I mean, I run my own startup, and I initially began by thinking that, you know, you'll build it and people will come. And actually what happens is you build it and no one gives a crap, basically, right?
Yeah.
So how have you gone about marketing your service? What's your strategy?
We have a number of different strategies. Obviously there's promotional events such as CultureTECH and the different industry events like South by Southwest, etc. But we want to try and introduce ROTOR as part of a musician's workflow. So as they're creating music, they can naturally just move on and create a video for the track that they've created. So we're working with a number of online music training schools, so that as users are learning music online and producing tracks, they can instantly make music videos. So we're kind of tapping into their audience to try and get that initial bit of traction.
Are you working with any educational institutions at all?
Yeah, we've spoken to a few universities around Ireland, different music schools. Everybody we've spoken to has been hugely interested in ROTOR and they can see the possibilities. We've also had marketing guys coming to us thinking, oh, we could use ROTOR to use that music video aesthetic to promote different products, etc. So there's a lot of potential there.
So you've got an expert team on board with 30 years of experience in the industry. You've obviously got a real passion for music as well. Are you looking to concentrate your service within, say, a specific geographic area? I'm thinking about the way, the way Lean Startup talks about how you should really develop your business. So are you concentrated, say, just in Northern Ireland, or are you looking beyond that?
Well, obviously the company is based here in Derry, so we're trying to expand from here out. We focus on Northern Ireland and the UK first because they're our home markets. That's where we have the most connections. But we'd like to expand then into markets like the USA and Japan, because Japan is one of the largest music markets in the world now,
Right.
And all throughout Europe. And because, obviously because it's delivered to our website, we can do that. We just need to get in touch with the fans and the musicians that are there.
And do you find it's the case that word of mouth is going to be your most powerful ally?
Yeah, well, I mean, before this I worked for myself. I was self-employed for years. And I never advertised because word of mouth was the strongest advertisement I ever got. I think word of mouth is a huge, huge thing and it can't be underestimated.
Aren't you slightly apprehensive about working with up-and-coming artists and not the most structured individuals? I know you mentioned like a musician's workflow. I'm not sure a musician has a workflow, right? I mean, and the other thing is actual paying for stuff. I mean, you mentioned, I think previously that artists are looking to. They haven't got much money. That's what makes them artists, I suppose. And they'd like to pay for a service on an ongoing basis rather than a subscription basis. But is there enough? Do people have enough money and faith in third parties like yourself in order to actually shell out the money to pay for a service?
I would hope so. Once users actually see the product and see the videos that are produced, I mean, 20 quid isn't much for a music video.
No.
And there is a necessity. I mean, it's crucial to have a music video for an artist to promote themselves. We'd love to give it away free, and obviously our revenue model has to be tested yet. But if you look at the normal budgets for music videos, what we offer is very, very inexpensive. We've also surveyed over 100 musicians, as I mentioned before, and a lot of those have a certain amount of money that they put aside, you know, for their image, for styling, for travel, etc.
Right.
So I think what we offer, if they can see what we offer, and we also have some signed acts, some big name musicians who are using ROTOR to make music videos. We're hoping that will entice people to see that this isn't just a toy, this is something that you could really use to make a quality music video for yourself.
In a counterintuitive kind of way, would you say that when these videos are produced, they need to look absolutely unique and not pre-packaged?
Yeah, I mean, what we do, we use the actual song itself as the basis for the music video. So whatever track you uploaded, ROTOR will analyse the music, it will extract all the different features of your song, and it will get an idea of the overall structure of that song, and we'll use that information along with the video clips that you've uploaded, the style that you've chosen, to create a unique music video that's particular to that piece of music.
All sounds very high-tech, Star Trek.
I'll spare you the details.
Yeah, I'm not one for much in the way of technical details. Diarmuid, that's fantastic. It's been great to hear about ROTOR videos. If people want to find out more information about yourself and what you're doing, where can they go?
I'd say the first point of call will be our website, which is www.rotor.ie, or they can catch us on Twitter @ROTORvideos.
Okay, fantastic. Diarmuid, thanks for joining us. So there you have it. Diarmuid Moloney, who is the founder of ROTOR Videos. We're here at CultureTECH in Derry, London Derry, to give its politically correct name that I've been told. We'll be getting back to you very shortly after a quick cup of coffee and a bit of late breakfast with further interviews throughout the day. I think we've got another 6 lined up, all great founders and people who have a really vested interest in making the tech scene in Britain one of the leading globally. So we'll see you soon.